What if I told you that right now you're asleep in the dream of your own life? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, that wild idea will become the most practical tool you've ever had. It's the key to stop being a passive character and start consciously writing your own script. A power that has been quietly used by those who seem to make the world bend for them. There are two ways to get what you want. The hard way, by struggling with your own limited power, or the easy way, by tapping a force outside of yourself that rearranges the world to match your goal. The hard way is the only one we're ever taught. It is the gospel of the grind, the religion of the hustle. It is the belief that you are a solitary soldier on a battlefield, and that victory is won through sheer force of will, grit, and personal effort. This is the domain of what reality transurfing calls inner intention. Inner intention is your direct, personal power to influence the world. It is the energy you use to get up, go to work, make phone calls, lift weights, and push through obstacles. It is the act of physically moving the props around on the stage of your life. And let's be clear, inner intention works. It can get you a promotion, it can build a business, it can get you in shape, but it is a brutal, inefficient, and profoundly limited tool. It is like trying to move a mountain with a shovel. You might, after a lifetime of back-breaking labor, manage to move a small pile of dirt. But the mountain remains. The fundamental script of your reality stays the same because you are still fighting from within the current scenario. The easy way, the path of the master, operates on a completely different principle. It does not engage in the fight. It does not push the boulder. It uses a force that lies outside of you, a mysterious, powerful current that can shift the entire landscape of your reality, moving the mountain for you. This is the domain of outer intention. Outer intention is not your will projected outward. It is not a stronger version of your personal power. It is a force that arises from the infinite field of possibilities, the variant space. When your personal choice is made with a specific kind of clarity and detachment, it is the universe's own will to manifest a reality that you have selected. Using inner intention is like trying to paddle a boat against a raging current. Mastering outer intention is like turning your boat around, raising a sail, and allowing the current to carry you effortlessly and swiftly to a destination of your choosing. So why, if this incredible power exists, is almost no one using it? Because the key to unlocking it lies in the one place our modern, hyper-rational mind is terrified to go: the subconscious. Your conscious mind, your ego, is the source of inner intention. It is the warrior, the planner, the struggler. It is a terrible captain for this journey, because its primary function is to analyze the current reality, not to choose a new one. It is loud, doubtful, and obsessed with control. The subconscious, however, is the gateway to outer intention. It does not speak in logic or words. It speaks in the language of feelings, images, and deep, intuitive knowing. It is the silent, vast, and powerful part of you that is connected to the universal information field. Your conscious mind is a tiny island battered by waves. Your subconscious is the entire ocean floor beneath it. To unlock outer intention, you must bypass the noisy, skeptical guard at the gate, your conscious mind, and plant your intention directly into the fertile soil of the subconscious. When the subconscious accepts a goal as a fact, it begins to broadcast that fact as a silent, powerful frequency. It is this frequency that outer intention tunes into and then begins its work of reconfiguring the world. The most powerful analogy for understanding this process is the phenomenon of lucid dreaming. In a normal dream, you are a passive character. Events happen to you. You are tossed about by the bizarre, often frightening, logic of the dream narrative. This is the state of the average person in waking life. They are asleep, a powerless actor in a pre-written script, believing it to be the only reality. But then, something magical can happen. The dreamer becomes lucid. They realize, I am dreaming. In that single moment of awareness, the entire power dynamic of the dream shifts. The dreamer is no longer a victim, they are a god. And how do they exercise this newfound power? Do they use inner intention? If they want to fly, do they start flapping their arms really hard? If they want to get through a wall, do they try to punch through it with their dream fists? No, that is the clumsy logic of the waking world. The lucid dreamer uses outer intention to fly. They simply let go of the belief in gravity and allow themselves to float. To get through the wall, they simply intend to be on the other side, and the dreamscape reconfigures to make it so. They don't fight the dream, they make a choice, and the fabric of the dream obeys. The power of a lucid dreamer is directly proportional to their level of trust and expectation, not their level of effort. Your waking life is a non-lucid dream, and you are asleep. The goal of mastering outer intention is to become lucid in the dream of reality. This is not a passive process. It is the highest form of mental discipline. It is the act of consciously impregnating your subconscious with the reality you choose. The German author Hermann has beautifully captured this idea in his novel, Siddhartha. Siddhartha learns the ultimate wisdom not by arguing with the river or trying to force its path, but by listening to it, by becoming one with it until he can hear the voice of the universe in its flow. Your subconscious is this river. You cannot command it with force. You must surrender to its nature and speak its language. So, how do you plant this seed of intention? First, you must craft your command. This is the slide, the mental movie of your goal achieved. But its purpose is not for the conscious mind. It is a piece of code written for the subconscious. It must be rich with the language the subconscious understands, sensory detail, and, most importantly, feeling. You must loop this slide, feeling the reality of it in your bones until the subconscious no longer sees it as a goal to be achieved, but as a state that is. Second, you must perform what the Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard called the leap of faith. This is the critical step where you release your chokehold on control. The conscious mind, the ego, will demand to know how. How will the money come? How will I meet this person? How will I get this job? This demand for a logical roadmap is a poison. It is a declaration of doubt that tells the subconscious, I don't really believe this is possible. The leap of faith is the act of consciously turning your back on the how. You give the command to your subconscious, and then you drop it. You turn your attention to moving your feet in the general direction of your goal, trusting that the bridge will appear as you need it. This is not blind faith. It is a calculated transfer of responsibility. You are firing your incompetent and anxious conscious mind from the job of chief logistics officer and allowing the silent, infinitely capable power of outer intention to take over. This is the meaning of stop trying, start allowing. You stop trying to micromanage the universe. You stop trying to force open doors. You stop the frantic paddling of inner intention, and you start allowing. You allow solutions to appear from unexpected places. You allow your intuition to guide you. You allow the current of the variance flow to carry you. You become an antenna, not a battering ram. When you live this way, your experience of reality will fundamentally change. The world will begin to feel less like a solid, resistant object and more like a responsive, intelligent medium. Coincidences will become so frequent, you'll stop calling them that. The right information, the right people, and the right opportunities will start to find you. You will experience a sense of flow, a feeling of being carried by a powerful, benevolent current. This is the feeling of outer intention at work. It is the universe conspiring in your favor because you have finally stopped conspiring against it with your own doubt and need for control. This is the secret. Your personal power is a candle in a hurricane. It is small, fragile, and easily extinguished. But you have access to the hurricane itself. The two paths are laid out before you. The path of the ego of inner intention is one of constant, exhausting struggle against the world. The path of the soul of outer intention is one of calm, conscious alignment with the world. It is the difference between being a laborer and being a king. The laborer struggles with the stone. The king gives a command, and the stone is moved. Your subconscious is waiting for its command. The only thing blocking the transmission is the static of your own trying. So stop trying so hard. Quiet the frantic mind. Give your command with the serene confidence of a lucid dreamer, and then let go. Allow the power that dreams up entire worlds to take care of the details. So, just like a lucid dreamer suddenly realizes the dream's rules are just suggestions, the real question is for you. What's the one rule in your reality you've always accepted as a brick wall? That one, how that always seems to stop you. Let me know what it is in the comments. Seriously, just putting it into words is the first step to seeing that the wall was never really there in the first place.